open up on a 5-land hand, so I'm going to mulligan this one. Just too many lands. This one looks fine. I have Child of Night into Relentless Rats, so a nice curve. And I have a removal spell. Balance lands and spells. And this one's going to be a fine keep. And Warpath Ghoul, that's fine. Nice cheap creature, that's definitely what I want. He's on blue. He probably has counter spells, Essence Scatter, could have Negate, Cancel. He's got stops on my upkeep at least. So hopefully get a trade in. Not likely. And then I'll play Warpath Ghoul, just put the most power into play. Looming Shade is not going to be getting pumped for a minute, so I'll hold that back. He's got all the good 2-drops. So I'm going to want weakness against this Merfolk Looter. Looks like he even has a draw stop. And I can assassinate that later. Now it's time to get that shade down. Three-color deck. He has a mountain in there. Wall of Faith. That'll shut me down. So the shade looks like it's going to be getting in for 5, so that's a plus. He blocks with the shade, so I don't know what's going on. Big old time walk, I guess. Not even a fog. Not even a fog. He's taking 5 off the exchange. I don't know what's he doing. This is the final, so I'll assume he knows what he's doing. He must have some serious action in his hand. Just wants to buy time. All right. He loots. Okay, he loots. Island discarded. Loot before blocks, even. Before the jump. All right. Maybe he has burn. He wants to kill the shade. That was the plan. But if you would have taken it, I would have just pumped anyways, and he could have burnt it out. So I don't think that is it. It's just so awkward because the blinding mage stops the shade, and that wall was so good against my 2 little creatures. So I don't know. I do not like what he did. Divination, all right. Draws this card now. Discards Windrake. Pacifism would be quite nice. Nothing. Looming Shade, fantastic. So I'm going to send the team. He lets Shade get in. I don't understand it. Okay. Pump. I'm just going to pump twice and play the second one. There's no way he has a Wrath of God. It's not even in this format, is it? What is in this format? Whatever it is, he doesn't have it. He just unsummoned the ghoul. That's about the same as unsummoning the shade. Doesn't really matter. He's just spewing a lot of value. So this is his big finish. Wow. Fireball. Holy cow. So that's the red splash. He just wrecked me. That's insane. That's insane. I mean, it's hard to... I don't know if I can play around that. I could have played the rat instead of the shade. I don't think I can put someone on fireball. That's sick. But hopefully the Reaper wins me the game. Nice. So slam down the ghoul. That's actually a 4/3. So he has to tap it now with the mage. Taps my creature. I'll make a token. Fireball, wow. 3 for 1. That was absurd. He killed 2 shades with the fireball. Did not think in a million years I was losing those against this blue-white deck. That is what you would splash red for, though. Incredible. No attack. Okay, offer the attack. Probably tap the ghoul here, which means my zombie sits at home. And don't think I play the rat here. I'll just use Sign in Blood. Nice. Play the child and then use the Reaper. Child of Night obviously not getting a lot done here. So I'm going to assassinate the big flyer. Fortunately, his Pike Master is holding off my 3/3s. Gonna throw down the Mind Rot here when he has 2 cards. Negate? Wow, okay. I'm actually not gonna assassinate. Just gonna make another creature and hold off. Another flyer. Assassinate the flyer. Pass it back. Guardian Seraph, that's nasty. Black Knight, pretty good against him. Play this rat too, why not? So hopefully I draw Tendrils or Consume. He doesn't actually go to kill me with the Seraph. Wow. Is he actually dead? Is my opponent dead? Did I just forget to make a token? Either way, I think he's dead. Yeah, he's exactly... No, he's not. I'm so silly. It's completely missed figuring. Yeah, because he can block my big creatures for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, even if I made a token, he's still not dead. Because he just takes 1 from all my creatures. Okay. So, play the Gravedigger, and yeah, I'm just dead here. Takes 7 this turn. That's why he didn't attack with all of them. That was actually really smart for him. So, yeah, I can see that one. See what I can do. Game 2, I'm going to cut the rats for weakness and a Mind Rot, and I'm going to run this. All right, I'll play first. And I like this hand. Does need land, but I have a few draws for it. But overall, this hand is just nice. I have creatures, I have card advantage, I have removal. So, gonna keep it and hopefully just draw land and be in good shape. I do hit a land. I'll just slam the ghoul here. Offer a trade or just play the Reaper and hit for 4. I like that. Maybe I can just steal the game. I actually don't want to trade here. I want to just kill him. No attack. So probably unsummon. Probably unsummon the Reaper, trade with the Ghoul. So I'm not going to attack, and I'm going to play the Black Knight and pass. Looks weird. So he doesn't cast unsummon. I don't know if he's being tricky or if I just got gotten. I guess I got gotten for 4 damage. So I am just going to... I was considering weaknessing the 3/5, but I'm just going to get in for 2. I have Tendrils of Corruption for the 3/5, so I'm just going to get in for 2 and play the Shade. Sarah Angel. So I'm going to go for Tendrils on the Angel right here. Does he have unsummon? He doesn't. So I'll just get in for 2. I was considering using weakness on 3/5, getting in for more, but I think that I'm better off just playing this slow. I can grind him out with Mind Rot. I can grind him out with the Reaper. I'm just in complete command of this game. So I do not need to try to end it as soon as possible. And I think this Wall of Bone should probably get boarded out. I'll get in with the Shade now. And the Black Knight. He wants to trade with the Black Knight. That is fine with me. I'll trade with the bigger flyer. Now I'm going to pump into the Shade. And I'll keep up mana to use the Reaper. Turtle. And I'm going to use the weakness now on the 3/5. That way I can get in with the ghoul and the zombie, but he just conceded, so didn't get to mind rot him. Let's go to the next game. Definitely want the mind rots and the shatter now. Don't want Unholy Strength. Definitely do want the weakness. Think the deck now is ideal. You cut the Wall of Bone, but I'm really not sure what I could even play instead. I guess that would be an Aristocrat. Unless I want to move in both rats, and I don't. So I guess I will just cut the wall for an Aristocrat. And I'll do this. Demon Horn could be useful, but I don't think that's what I want. So I look at a fantastic hand for game 3. He actually puts me on the play, so hopefully I draw some land. But I have weakness to stop his looter. I have Royal Assassin, which I haven't really seen removal for except Fireball. So this should put him in a lot of trouble. I have removal spell and Spirit. I have my Looming Shade, so I like where this is at. Child of Night would be good. Lands would be good. But this is fine. I do have Vampire Aristocrat, which is the worst card in my deck, but it looks a whole lot better than the wall would here. I guess I could have actually put in a 19th land instead, which I considered, but I think that overall is going to be wrong, even though it looks like it would be better in this spot. So he mulligans once. And weakness also can go on a flyer and just trade with it effectively. To put it on a 2/2 flyer, and it got eliminated for a mana. So my opponent's probably playing 2 events, which is why he's a bit slow. Well, I called Child of Night. I'll take Child of Night. It's really good against him. He doesn't have a lot of blockers. It's good at racing. And it's just, this is really where it shines, so I'm happy to have it. Now I'm going to put down Assassin and make sure that Blinding Mage doesn't get much use. I could have possibly cut the Aristocrat and a land for 2 rats. But I don't want to go below 18 in this deck. I could have also maybe cut just a Child or a Warpath Ghoul for the 2 rats. Maybe the Aristocrat's just better. There is some upside. So I like the Assassin because it turns off the Mage, but also it means that he can't start attacking me with flyers if he plays one here. He did react the best he could with that, because now I'm not attacking him for more damage. So had I played Shade last turn, he'd be taking 2 this turn, or if I played Aristocrat, he'd be taking 2. Though if I'm going to put him on Divination, I could try to play around it by playing a bigger threat. I'm hopefully going to play around Fireball with this Shade. Send the Shade, and I'm going to play this other one. So he trades with the Child. Pump the Shade, trade, and if he has a Fireball, well, you got me. Actually, maybe I should have only played 1 Shade and just played the Aristocrat, because the second Shade doesn't do a lot. But when he has a tapper, I think that there's some value in having it, and I like having it in play. Though with the Assassin, maybe the tapper is not relevant. Anyways, he played a looter. I'm happy about that. Get to use weakness. Play a land, and let's swing. So I think here I end up wanting to leave one swamp up after the weakness so I can pump a shade once and not get 3 for 1 by Fireball. And then I'll weakness the looter and then pass it back to him. I almost don't even have to use weakness because of the assassin. I can kill the looter, but like if he has like an extra land in hand, the looter is equivalent of drawing a card anyway. So I'd rather just trade for the weakness, which isn't really doing anything for me. And isn't going to trade with something better. There's also the fact that he could kill the assassin. So a Drake, nothing stands up to the shades. Send in the shades. Is he going to triple block? He does. So I'll put the... I guess the mage is actually least important. He might have an unsummon and just bounce. But I'm trying to go for the 3 for 1 here. If he bounces it, then, you know, fantastic. I basically got a free card on him, and he's in no better spot against the assassin. Land, so no more of that. Don't think even Fireball is going to save him now. I feel like he could even be holding it, but it just doesn't matter. Pump, pump, pump. And I think I play the Ghoul. Actually, I play the Aristocrat. So his last card was a cancel. The Aristocrat's nice because it helps play around Fireball there. And he doesn't have it and he concedes, so I win the draft. Thank you very much for watching. That was a lot of fun. Drafting a mono black deck was really cool. So I hope you enjoyed it. And please join me in the future. We're going to be drafting Eldritch Moon next week. And then we'll have future flashback drafts and other limited content. So thank you for watching and take care.